though.
Old
Look,
thoughts.
it be some of these old ass lady. Every time they be like, "Oh, look at you all cute." So I say, "Look, grandma used to be a thought back in
Old
the day.
Tatianas.
Bend her old ass over."
Them old senior citizen thoughts.
I don't like the churches where
I like older women though.
you
That
have-
postmenopausal
I hope not
pussy.
that old. What the fuck?
That postmenopausal pussy. That's what I like.
You like
that
that?
after time.
he like
Do
that-
you
he-
remember the time pussy? That's what I like.
Whoa.
they gotta be seasoned.
Yeah, a little season on them.
He talking about that. That type of.
like when she was
Say,
here.
no, I want that shit.
Like when she was here, Betty, I'd have tore Betty ass up.
Betty White.
Betty
Betty
White, I'd have
White.
tore it up
Mm,
all day.
This man off the chain.
I ain't that. That's
Cicely Tyson, I'd tear them old little bitties up.
Cicely Tyson.
I ain't that motherfucking desperate.
When she was here, what's her name?
go that low.
What was my girl name? Thick light skin junk. Maya Angelou, her ass.
Maya.
I'd have tore
Maya
Maya up
I'm
too.
not messing.
Man,
I'm telling you, I
Cougars-
like them older
Cougars
janks.
is what they
this
call it.
motherfucker said Betty White.
Yeah,
Betty White.
Nope.
You can't tell Betty White.
why not?
Old
Her
dust
old-
puss.
I don't know. She might.
I'd have been in
What
that
are we
joke.
talking about?
I'd have been in that joke singing the Golden Girls theme song in that motherfucker.
Damn.
Go
Get that.
ahead,
What's that?
tell
Show me
Right.
your tits. Them shit sagging on the knees.
That's
Fuck
crazy.
nah. I'm good.
Nah, but on the turn back to
I'm good
religion,
on
man.
that.
Back to religion. Yama was off the chain. Because this nigga fucking Betty.
Yeah.
But in the sense of like back to the religion thing, I'm under the impression that it doesn't matter. You're gonna die not knowing. Stop looking at other people like, oh, they should be living like this, or I should be living like this because the Bible said, man, you're gonna sell yourself short.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna want to do things like, oh, I can't. You're gonna be in a box. You're gonna die not knowing about this big ass universe that we so-called have and what heaven is and hell is. Man, live your goddamn life. Stop
Most
trying to
definitely.
these rules and all that, man. Damn that.
Right.
We don't know. We don't know.
Now, take the good life lessons out the motherfucker and take them to what it is. Like, hey, treat people right.
Treat people right.
That's it.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Like my boy Eddie Griffin say, they don't give a man enough props. This man said, when it comes to Christianity, fucking the Muslim faith, all that, fuck who the messenger was. Did you get the
fucking
motherfucking message?
That's
That is
all.
the best thing that a motherfucker has ever said, and it's the truest thing. Motherfuckers will fight so much about the message, who it come from, what it mean. The thing about it is, do you understand it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's some of the things, like I said, like when that Kanye West was saying, a lot of the shit he was saying made sense, but people didn't like Kanye West, so they couldn't accept it. Like, man,
Yeah, 'cause
listen to the
if you don't-
fucking thing
right.
he's saying.
If you don't like a motherfucker, you'll keep not liking them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For no fucking reason.
No matter how much positivity you doing for
Yeah.
it,
Shit, there's probably some people that don't like this show right now just because they don't like me, but I don't give a fuck.
fuck them.
Don't care.
Because obviously you watching this motherfucker, so something's drawing you to come here.
But that's what makes religion a bad thing to me, because you will really limit yourself because of other people's thoughts. They're gonna judge me for this, and the Bible says you can't do this. You're supposed to live like this.
Organized
Man,
religion.
stop. Yeah,
When you
organized
when
religion.
you
yeah.
start putting in a leader,
Third eye was up.
a leader, which is what the fuck they got. Like, religion does not need a leader. Like, you might have a pastor, that might preach the good word, but it doesn't need, like, the Pope. It doesn't need that.
It doesn't need that whole. The church is where you go to worship. The church is God's house. He got a lot of goddamn houses.
Yeah.
Like, from what I understand, I can do that at home. I can get on my knees and pray at the crib. I can do that in the car. You don't
Fact.
have to go there. Not saying I'm not gonna knock it. If you do go to church and that's your thing, cool. But do not therefore say you're
I'm
gonna
not
judge somebody else that
Because they don't go.
yeah, because
I'm not
it's
going
not a
to
real
that,
thing.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
just a building, guys.
Right.
It's not really.
That's
in
not
your
the
mind.
only way you could praise God, man.
It is. And the
Took
crazy
that shit
thing
on
is,
the lawn.
everybody do a form of praise, and even if they don't believe in the Christian God or any God, like atheists, everybody prays about something like, hey, if you pray to the universe, like, let this shit happen. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, because
You all pray. You pray into the vast of everything.
this might be a unpopular opinion, but I'm under the impression that do I pray every now and then because I'm not good at it. I'm just be honest, but I'm still under the
How the fuck you
opinion
not
that
good at it?
I'm not, because I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. It's hard to talk to a motherfucker I don't know. But
Hey,
I'm just being real. I'm not good at it. But
Don't think about it. It's not my thing when I say don't think about the whole good at it shit, because like it ain't no way to be good at asking the motherfucker for something.
But that's the thing. I don't believe. I'm under the impression that if when I pray for something,
Mhm.
I still walk away believing that what I just prayed for, I gotta go fucking do. I don't believe there's a person that's gonna say, boop, received. If I pray for it, that's just manifestation for me to believe it in me.
Mhm.
I'm praying to my goddamn self for real, for real.
That's
I'm
why I
kinda
always
just
say
telling
pray-
myself to do it.
That's what I always say.
Because
Pray,
I got to get up and go to work and do it.
At the end
pray
of the
for
day,
strength. That's what I do.
But for
at the end of the
other
day,
people,
you praying is just motivation to yourself to push to the goal that you're
Right.
trying to do.
right?
Mhm.
Now,
So that's
other
you
people
telling
see
yourself
God
like I
as-
can do it. It's no different than you say I can do it. You can do this. You can do this. Keep pushing. Keep
It's
pushing.
hard for me to bow
It's
my
no
head
different
and
than that.
say, "Dear God," da 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 da, because He ain't gonna talk to me like this. Ain't no Adam and Eve thing. That's why I don't really believe in the whole "you're going to hell" thing. I don't believe a person can send me to hell for breaking the rules of the game when He never came down here and told me the rules.
Well, I don't believe that he's going to talk to you.
but He
He's gonna-
never told me
he's
the
gonna-
rules of the game.
I feel like he show
can't tell
you
me I
more.
failed.
He show you more than you hearing anything.
Fuck
Not-
that. A person knows right and wrong.
That's what I
Right.
believe the
That
God
too.
is. I believe the God.
But where did you think you get that knowledge from?
I believe that's okay. I believe a God created whatever we are and wherever we are, but I believe that's in us. Like I'm about to do. Let's say I go to do something. When I make my decision, there's one part of me like, yeah, I should do this because of this. There's another part of me that says I shouldn't. I made that thought. You know what I'm saying? I did that. That's that good and that right and wrong thing. Now, what I choose is what I choose to do. I got the right to choose it, but we all know it. Now, I mean, now, do I believe that there's a person at the end of the day that's gonna say, you should have chose this, you should have gave me that choice. You let me choose that. Don't then for tell me I'm going to hell. I believe that's an evil person that's
Right.
gonna send me to a place that's fictitious and burning and all that. You sound just as evil as the person that's down there. If you'll torture someone in that
Especially
way,
if the only guidelines we have has been some shit passed down for thousands of years that's not even accurate no more. Because Bible is nowhere near fucking accurate because there's no way you could tell me.
that man said only when he see the cops he pray. But go ahead, you say
I don't even wanna know
third
who
eye
said
crazy,
that.
man.
It's no way you could tell me that this motherfucker accurate after that shit been translated from languages that don't exist no more.
Right.
This thing, not the fact that the languages is like a dead language, because we still got dead languages and shit that people don't speak, but people know how to speak them.
Yeah,
But there's
right,
no
yeah.
like place you can go to that the whole place speaking that language.
right.
And then there's languages that just don't fucking exist because they gone.
Right.
So you telling me you got people that was able to keep translating this shit accurately to the point where shit Google can't even do that shit accurately 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I look at it, why is it 2023? Well, we really don't know what year it is because I hate when they tell you some shit like, well, that was 100,000 years ago. I'm like, well, the math ain't mathing. How you gonna tell me it was 100,000 years ago, but then tell me I'm in the year 2023?
That's how you care, because how you gonna start
I
shit
said, wait
over
a minute
because
now.
one motherfucker was born?
That don't make sense now. Well, the math ain't adding up. But at the same time, let's just say 100,000, however the fuck it was. Don't you sit there and say, I'm supposed to give a fuck today about some shit that happened years ago. It got shit to do with me. Y'all can follow the rules all you want.
Right.
That got nothing to do with me. I'm
So
gonna just treat
does
people
everybody
right.
follow this calendar?
No, West, yes. You talking about of the world now? For the most part, yes.
That's
Because
crazy
I
shit.
forgot the name of the calendar that we use now because it got changed over. I can't forget the name, but we know it's not really the year 2023.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They changed the calendars how they want to change. it.
Technically, we're in year 50,000.
That's what I say. I don't care about things that I don't know.
Damn.
I ain't got time for that
Mhm.
shit. Just don't lie to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like America does a lot. They
Yeah.
just make up shit, and then you in elementary school, and you open up them little books, and you read them like, oh, I didn't. You go home and tell your mom, did you know? And it's a full-fledged lie.
Crazy thing is, I remember arguing with parents back in the day. Arguing hard in the mother. So when my teacher said, teacher lied.
Yeah, before Christ. Like, so it's called the linear calendar. Is that what I'm understanding? The linear calendar is what the fuck we
Who
use.
said that?
Like, and if that's what they're saying, so like I said, if the math ain't math, and we don't really know what's really out here. That was it for people to be in this religion bubble and be like, I gotta live a straight and narrow. I gotta do this because the afterlife. Man, live your life today. Stop letting people box you in about
That's
their
why.
goddamn rules.
Right. And that's why I live for me.
Not saying don't be religious. Like, do your thing. I don't care. You know
Nah.
what I mean?
you-
But just don't be boxed in
I ain't even
because
gonna
of what
judge
people
you.
think.
I ain't even gonna judge your ass if you're not religious.
Yeah.
Because that's your soul. Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I?
That's what I say, because my junk is, like, granted, I believe there's something. But
It's just
I
not
just
nothing
don't,
for me to care about.
I just don't believe that something is how they describe it to be.
Because no one died and came back and said, yo, heaven was crazy, cuz like, I'm telling you. No, that's not a thing. That's why I say I don't live in an imaginary world.
Hey,
I don't give a flying fuck what it's like.
This
I found out when I get there.
is like kind of religious and kind of on some like other conspiracy shit. Those mental people, like the mentally insane, that be like quoting some of that shit.
I don't think people are crazy. I think we can understand them.
That's what I'm saying. I said, what if they see some shit we don't for real?
You say you don't think people are crazy. You just think that they're misunderstood.
Yeah. I don't believe
Now,
people
I'd
are
have heard
crazy.
some people say some crazy fucking shit.
No, the only reason it's crazy because you didn't
You're
get
not gonna tell me that. I'd have had a motherfucking dude walk up on me, and I seen this dude sleeping in between a parked car and a truck.
Mhm.
Now, and this motherfucker came up to me and the shit that he was talking about, something about the fucking government and something with a computer, and man was crazy, And I'm just looking at this man.
But you never know, though.
I didn't disrespect him like, man, I don't want to hear that. I listened to him. But and I listened to everything. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's
to
it.
you because you
You know
didn't
what I
know.
mean?
Crazy is for real, how we use the word crazy in reality versus how it's supposed to be used. Crazy for real,
It's
how
Jeffrey
we
Dahmer.
use it. No, crazy and
You don't
how we
think that's
use it
crazy?
is whatever is not normal.
So you don't think Jeffrey Dahmer is crazy?
Yeah,
I think he's
cuckoo
sick.
for Cocoa Puffs.
I think
But-
he's sick. I don't think he's crazy.
But like I said, yeah, crazy
Ted
person
Bundy?
it's just misunderstood. Yeah, he
Sick.
might be sick as a motherfucker.
I say
Yeah.
sick. I put sick in like these motherfuckers like that's just what they did. That's them. That wasn't no I'm insane. They did those conscious things and they said this is what I want to do.
Yeah, it used to be a dream of mine to be like the psychologist that goes into, you know this already, that goes into like the psych wards and shit like that and talk to them. Because I don't believe that people are lost forever. You just don't understand them. And now something happened to have them jumbling up their words and making up differently, but something happened.
I know.
They make sense to them.
That's
They ain't
facts.
fucking
That's
crazy.
true because I'd have been around murderers that had life sentences, and they'd have been in so long that they reprogrammed themselves. Where you be like, damn, what the fuck this man doing here? He could be home working in a regular ass business or working at a regular store. Like his whole mindset, like you wouldn't think that person was in there. And the whole time they'd have killed like 2-3 people.
It's cuckoo for Cocoa
But they
Puffs.
just fucking reevaluated themselves where they know what they fucked up. They accepted
No, I'm
that.
talking about the ones that really can't function and
can't help
yeah.
can't help what they do.
I-
They really
Nah,
have
nah.
mental problems.
Me personally, I believe that's
and they're crazy.
kind of part of the human DNA. Like the murderers and stuff like that. I think those are like think about it. We have a history of human history is violent. Very violent. And like to say that you have like it's a known fact that you have people who can do the shit and who can't. Who can go to war, who can't.
Do you think
I believe there's certain people who are got that DNA in them that they was bred to do that shit and they trying
you
to live
think
in a
they-
society where they can't.
Do you think that? I think we talked about this before. I can't remember. Do you think that stuff like that can be passed down?
Yes.
Like, let's just say if there was a slave owner and on the lot on the plantation there was a guy that his job was the executioner. He killed people, he hung people, and all that. Then his son did that job. Then his son did that job. Now, do you think pass that down that they can pass that down in their DNA where now is a child out here that's just sick in the head that just want to do harm to people?
But think about it. If you have the mindset like I have to go to work every single day, especially like okay, let's say the first generation, he probably went to work with a fucking like he probably couldn't really do it the first time. You know, he got through it, and every day it probably wore and tore on his mind. This is a job he got to take care of his family, so he probably went to work every day and did it. And then, like you said, his son come up after him, and you know he doing it. You know, same things, probably not noticeable, but it's a little bit less stressful. I feel like at the time, your body, like I said, when it comes to DNA and all that stuff, your body releases so many different chemicals, enzymes, fucking all
Yeah,
this
'cause I
shit in your
believe you
brain.
can pick that stuff up.
And if your body is releasing this all the time, it's a possibility. It's just like it's a village over in like fucking I don't know where. I'm not gonna lie. And this tribe people, their entire lives revolve around the water, and they can hold their breath longer than
I think you said something about
most
that before.
people on this planet, and even their body structure, like the way it's built, is built to swim.
To swim. It looks different than ours.
So it's just like people have this thing when it comes to evolution, as it's always gonna be this big change. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up with some fucking lion teeth or some dumb shit.
We are growing a fin.
That's no. What I'm saying, no.
People, if y'all don't know this, y'all watching this, y'all think I'm bullshitting. We look down so much at our phone. The new generation of people that's growing up after us that's haven't been born to this day, humans are starting to grow a little fin on the back of your spine right here to keep that balance, because your neck and your spine is what keeps you aligned. But we got our head down so much, they started to notice that people that been born now, when they do the x-rays, it's a bone that's growing here now. So people gonna look weird if we don't pick our fucking heads up. But back to what you were saying.
Yeah, but that's like another thing of
You looking at me like, what the
evolution.
The fuck?
fuck? Real shit though.
But it's just like shit. If you was to like take your family and all y'all was to move into a dark ass cave for about 7 generations, eventually y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna need them eyeballs.
Yeah, that shit gonna be embedded in you.
You don't need it.
That's scary.
Them
though.
iPhones ain't worth a fuck.
That's scary bullshit.
That's the
I had like
motherfuckers ain't never
I'm
got
not-
service, man.
that's about cell provider. They ain't got nothing to do with the phone.
Man, shit, everybody I know got them joints talking about the service ain't
Yeah,
right.
that's about the provider. Where you
Man.
get your service. The phone is just through the phone.
$1,000 for a
company.
phone that you can't get no goddamn service. Bro.
Once again, that's two different things. I mean, once you get a phone that has nothing to do
I
with
haven't
who
met
provides you the
nobody
service.
that got a fucking iPhone yet that say that bitch work when you go
But
out.
what
on
I'm
the
trying to
street.
tell you,
I mean, take
your sentence is not
Yeah,
making
but
sense.
Take the SIM card out of their phone one day and put it in yours and see how it works.
Like, because like, it's
What you
about
mean?
it's
SIM
two different
card.
things.
I got an Android.
Yeah, all phones got
I
SIM
rep that
card.
shit to the fullest. So I can take.
You
so I
rep
can take.
Android to the fullest.
I love it. So I can take a card out of fucking iPhone and put it in the Android.
And your number will be on that. Your number and all your services on the SIM card. It has nothing to do with phone.
Yeah.
So what about the phones that's being made where you gotta take a fucking key to open the back up because it don't even have the battery pack where you can pull off like the old phones and take the battery out?
I mean,
This nigga over here with the Obama phone. That's the problem. We sit
yeah.
there trying to rack our goddamn brain.
yeah, I'm
And he
sitting there.
got
I was
these-
like,
No,
he talking
the
about
phones-
he talking
no,
about
no.
look, he talking about pulling the back off. I ain't seen that shit since damn near 07.
But the
They
phones
make
that
cheap-ass
they're
phones.
no, what I'm saying is no, they still make phones like that you can get to the battery.
Bullshit.
But yeah,
Right now?
swear to God, I swear on
They-
everything I love.
Look,
Do
I
y'all-
feel like
do you
they
know
sell
do you-
them.
Do you know Nextel came back?
They sell
Hey, do you know
them.
Nextel came back?
Who?
It
Yeah,
may
but
not
they
be
phones-
popular around here, but do you know Nextel came back with the?
Oh, the chirps. Them
Do you
shits
know
was
they
hard.
came back with that?
Them chirps was hard.
Yeah, it's popular right now. It's not popular here, but it's they back with that. Shit
Yeah.
just
I'm gonna
revert-
need,
shit just
I'm gonna need you
repeats.
to. I'm gonna need you.
Shit
to
just repeats, and I would
upgrade
like to
your
get one of
goddamn
those.
phone.
I'm gonna give me a Nextel.
You might as well get a BlackBerry. At this
Matter
I mean,
of fact, you see how y'all going. We gonna take it back. I'm gonna go get me some Shacks at Walmart. I'm gonna go get me a pager and I'm gonna turn it on.
I paid you.
Yes, sir.
I had a high school teacher with a goddamn page on. I'm like, dog.
I got a question.
911.
Who the fuck you
911.
paging?
Huh?
Who you paging? Who paging you?
Yeah, that's the question.
Ryan looking stupid as fuck.
You right.
I was looking-
Who paged me?
no
Nobody.
fucking body. Somebody granddaddy by accident, damn it.
There's probably some youngers don't have a fucking clue what they do.
What you paged me for? Yeah.
They probably think it's a shit on the house phone.
Anyways, what's your last thoughts on this before we hit this break? What's your last thoughts on this this religion tip?
Put the book down.
Straight like that?
Put the book down. That is my quote. I'm not saying put your religion and faith down. I'm saying put the book down,
Y'all heard him.
step back for a moment, take a breath, and actually focus on the point. Do better in life for you and the people around you. Not just, and I'm not talking about live this self-righteous life of perfection. That's not it. Because you'll never be perfect. There's nothing in your life that will ever make you perfect. You're always gonna want a little bit more.
That's
know?
what I said, that pursuit of happiness is real. You know what I mean? People got to learn what makes them happy. Because if you're looking at material things to make you happy, you will never be that.
No.
Because you're going to continue to chase it and you're going to go buy some material shit and you're going to get it. You're going to have that temporary satisfaction and you're going to want some more.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that one ain't satisfying you no more. Really find what makes you happy and settle there.
And I
Because
feel like
if you
that's
always
why
chase
depression.
That sound like
God.
motivation.
Yeah.
That's why depression's at all time high, because they push all this materialistic shit for everybody to want, and everybody wants it, and everybody go gets the shit.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, nobody's fucking happy.
Man, I can have a camper on just enough acres of land, fenced off, and all I gotta do is I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole bunch of shit because everybody else got it. All I need is my Wi-Fi, my marijuana, some food,
A lot of people can't find
water,
happiness, man.
everything. I'm satisfied.
Because they was taught that it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a lot of people that's been taught, and I've actually had conversations with people. They don't even see why I don't find what they find important.
Mhm.
Like, well, we'll be having a conversation about, like, they'll be talking about, like, designer clothes and everything. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Me either.
I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know the new shoes coming out. I don't know the new
Me either.
designer. I don't even know what the fuck is up. But there's people out there that literally go out their ways. Oh, shit, I got to make sure I order this because it come out in about 36 hours. It's people that go that fucking far for things, and they miserable in life.
Miserable in life.
Yep.
Like it's not doing nothing for you.
Because
you had
they-
the flyest people in the hood,
Mhm.
the flyest motherfuckers in the hood, and they not happy.
Mm-mm. Most of them upset because they bought all this shit to make them feel happy, to get that recognition that they think that they want, and it don't come.
Yeah,
It's temporary.
temporary.
You got a man somewhere right now in New York City sleeping in a fucking box all night. Probably get somebody that he knows working Subway, probably give him some food every now and then. Sleeping in that fucking box more happy than a person that's driving a motherfucking Bentley and
That's
got
a
a big
fact.
ass mansion right now.
Mhm.
He's content.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
satisfied. He
Once he
accept-
got that sandwich,
he
that was it.
Happy is
Exactly.
a
That
place
made
within
his day.
yourself. Yeah.
That made
sandwich
his day.
is it.
That made his day. That made his day right there.
Happiness is a place within you.
Right.
Because
You know what I'm
this
saying?
thing,
if you chasing that
if
shit, things,
you-
you're not gonna get it.
You can get everything in the world that you want,
Mhm.
but if you don't appreciate it, it won't mean shit.
It won't mean shit
Mhm.
because you will put that shit to the side and go get another fucking thing.
Yep.
Down
So that means you will never value anything that cross your path. That's a
Yeah.
dangerous person right
and that's
now.
why some places overseas they don't show toy commercials.
Mhm.
Anything for kids they don't show them because they show it breeds the kid to need all the time, to want all the time.
Oh, I got
like
to have.
little commercials like mine, and then it gives them that greed factor.
Mhm.
I mean, they don't value shit like that. Over here, we value things like a motherfucker. We're some greedy motherfuckers. Let's just put it like that.
The crazy thing is-
you'll buy a brand new car, and the person to pull next to you with
A newer car.
a newer car that was probably just dropped a month after yours. Yours ain't shit no more.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I gotta get that for what? Love what you have.
Mm-hmm. Shit, somebody can get into a relationship today, and it's probably the happiest relationship they got into, and then they see their friend on a vacation with a dude,
Mhm.
and then at the end of the day, that dude just flew her out to get a quick fuck real quick, and you done got you a happy relationship. Now you mad
Judging
at your
off of somebody
motherfucking
else
shit.
Yeah.
That's why I said people got
That shit happen all day, every day.
People got to get the fuck off.
That's
of
the main
internet.
failure in relationships, though, because a lot of people look at this social media shit and judge, looking at some fake ass pictures that somebody put together
Depressed as
and
fuck.
try to judge it. Oh, my relationship should be like this. I should be taking trips, and motherfuckers is broke these days in my smoky
I ain't
voice.
gonna lie, I used to think that shit like back when I was like in my 18, 19 years. I'm seeing motherfucking from like, damn, I want to go take these motherfucking trips. I'm talking about back to back years during the summer. But you know what I realized after like 3-4 years? For one, they was recycling summer photos.
Mhm.
Mhm.
For two, a lot of that shit was motherfucking
Like things happen. Things happen in life, and it's
Unexpectedly.
like right. Like you can't look at someone else's life and say that yours ain't shit because you're not
Mhm.
doing
what they're doing.
They was happy that day. You had happy days too. And they got fucked up days. You get what I'm saying? It
And
just is what it is.
And also, people got to understand that sometimes looking at somebody do something, and you say, instead of being in your head like, dang, I wish that was me, you say, shit, I can't wait for that to be me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's going to be me one of these days out there having a good ass time because you say, if I wish that was me, you wishing you was that person.
That's what I believe about that prayer to me. To
Mhm.
me is more me telling myself, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. That way I continue to tell myself to chase it. Because I'm not really believing that I'm gonna lay down tonight and say, dear God, give me this, and I hope I have this, and and then I'm just gonna wake up and get it.
I don't know. I
believe
didn't,
in that.
I don't know. I didn't have that happen a few times.
That's to me, that call that a circumstance. I hate when people would be like, I found $1 on the ground and God bless. No, it just so happened the person dropped that dollar does. and you had to be the one that walks upon it. I don't.
I don't know, man.
I know. I feel like.
'Cause I
feel
done
like
seen-
you. I feel like you
man.
can. I feel like you can manifest some shit out of the motherfucking universe.
Yeah, you
Yes,
definitely
I,
can.
I
If you-
believe that I have the ability to control me.
That I feel like you.
Somewhat.
I feel like you have. People have the ability. Prayer is
Because nobody
more
have
of-
100% control over themselves. Nobody.
I can't control what someone else can
No.
do to me or say about
No, I'm talking
me,
about over
but
yourself.
I damn
Nobody
sure
have
can
no-
control what the hell I do.
So you think you got 100% control over yourself?
Over my actions?
Over your whole self.
My
As
actions.
self, I'm saying
No,
self.
my actions, for sure.
All right.
I can't do nothing and nothing's going to make me not do it. Yeah, I control my actions, for sure. Yeah, I can see that. Because if you don't think you are,
It depends on
you
the
can,
si-
you can excuse
It depends
your
on
action.
the. It depends on the situation.
If you don't think you can control your own action, you can excuse them. You can do something like, no, that wasn't
'Cause
me.
you
That
can-
was because of, that
Because
was you.
a lot of people can sit here and say, well, if you seen somebody walk out of church and they drop a wallet and it's filled with thousands of dollars, are you gonna return it back to that church or to the person that dropped it, or you gonna keep it in your pocket?
I'm
If
gonna
I-
and a lot-
keep it, but I made that decision. Crazy thing is, I made that decision.
My man.
I made the decision before the wallet even hit the ground. As soon as that shit slipped out the motherfucking pocket, I'm like, damn,
It's just locked up.
he didn't
I've
drop
seen-
that
if
shit.
That's
I
mine.
seen the wallet fall.
Yeah.
If I'm behind the person, I seen it fall,
Uh-huh.
I'm giving it to him. If
Okay.
I walk upon that wallet, I'm taking it out.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
taking
mine.
that cash out for sure.
No,
Nah, I ain't gonna
No.
do it. Nah, I ain't.
No.
See, I ain't going to find no goddamn body to give it to him. But if I just happen to come upon it,
No.
yeah, it's mine for sure.
Damn.
no, I ain't that good enough.
Damn.
I ain't even gonna hold you. You drop a stack in front of me, I'm turning to Chris Brown. Give me that.
Got him.
Damn. But
I
let's
want
get
it
into
all.
this next break, man.
Got him.
When we come back, we going. What was that? What we was getting on, man?
Oh yeah, we gonna touch on the motherfucking generational curses and are we breaking the
wrong
right
one.
ones?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Bella on the
At St. Mary's.
You know, welcome to my city, LP City, Lexington Park. Let's go. I'm just out here living, trying to survive and gang bang. Yeah, I'm just out here living, trying to survive and gang bang. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. I'm just trying to stay above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. He just trying to stay above float, my nigga. In the kitchen bagging work, slinging dope, my nigga. Cops circle around the block, trying to clock a nigga, trying to lock a nigga. Hot box a nigga, no, he gotta hustle, gotta do it for his kids. It's either pay that money, lay down, do a bid. I swear the system set up crooked as a bitch. They on your neck soon as you violate the slid. He gotta hustle, gotta do what he gotta do. Always on the block, so we bang with a lot of fools. He been up off the steps, so we play with a lot of tools. Old St. Mary's, let him know what that chopper do. It's real life over here, it's real beef over here. Niggas die over here. I seen a lot of mamas cry, kids die over here. Ain't no hate over here, it's blood and trip over here. Block, trying to survive and gang banging. I'm just trying to survive and gang banging. I said, I'm just trying to stay above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. I'm just trying to stay above float, my nigga. Above float, my nigga. This is for my niggas on the block, twisting trees and cigars. To my niggas on lock, doing life behind bars. To the single baby mamas, I know life is hard. A child without a father leave emotionally scarred. Ain't no use to worry, baby girl, just give it to God. And be careful who you dealing with, cause niggas is fraud. Yeah, it's cold in the streets, yeah, it's still in the eat. Mama strung out on drugs, daddy 6 feet deep. Youngins out here killing for nothing, they trying to compete. But if we all come together, then we all can eat. Get money forever, build success together. Stand tall through anything, go to war together. Black lives don't matter, gotta stop killing each other. How you take the soul of a man who look like your brother? It's real life over here, it's real beef over here. Niggas die over here, see mamas cry over here. Damn. Real life. Pray for him. Welcome to the park. No.
Yo. How y'all doing today?
Welcome back to another episode of King's Table. It's the man, J City,
King Smoke.
Bang.
in the motherfucking building. Now, Smoke, you opposed a good ass topic.
Yeah, let me go ahead and dabble on in that. Are we breaking the right generational curses as people?
Now, before we say are we breaking the right general, what are some generational curses that we're talking about?
General curses to my end. I fucked up on that. General curses, in my opinion, would have to be on the lines of not really teaching our children about like generational wealth, shit like that. Just basically sending kids in the world to be ignorant.
Yeah.
To me, that's a generational curse.
Mhm.
But some
Let's look at
people, motherfucking, want to goddamn break generational curses. It ain't really a curse. They just didn't want to get disciplined in life.
Right.
I know a lot of people in the motherfucking world who were just kids who had parents that didn't want them to do certain shit, and they felt kind of hopping back to what we was talking about earlier, like temporary fulfillment. Like they wanted to go out with their friends, which as a kid is understandable. But when you grow up in life, like as a kid, I had some things like, damn, I wanted to go do this as a kid. But it's like now that I'm older, I understand when mom and dad said, hell no. You know what I mean? Like, it get to a time in life where you got to say, I understand why my parents said this.
Yeah.
And it's people who don't, and that hold on to that shit damn near till they're 45 years old, and then they have kids of their own, and then they
Teach them
trying
the
to
same
figure
shit.
out, no, they teach them total opposite. They, basically, it's people who hated the method their parents used to teach them that lesson. So instead of changing the method of teaching, they just
changed
didn't teach the lesson.
They didn't teach the lesson, yeah. They were like, yeah, because I'm not going to be like my mom. I'm not going to be like my grandma. It'll be different. But you're not teaching the child
what they need.
what they need.
I was about to say,
Because you was in your feelings.
exactly. And right now, you're a good ass person. You probably got fucking your money right, credit good, everything. You mad at your parents, but they didn't set you up for life. So granted, you mad, but they don't give a fuck. They succeeded in what they needed to do, parenting wise.
Yeah.
They succeeded.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like granted, I know like people people want to be, build that close family bond with your parents. But the thing is, your parents cannot send you in the world ignorant. They can't. They are failing if they do, regardless of how they have to get it through your head.
I want to know what is it that about an adult. I get early teens, maybe early 20s, where you still ain't clicking your head. Where you the teachings of your parents, you probably ain't get it yet. What makes a person 35, and 48, 52, not they still out there trying to be this young person that's defiant to a parent? Like, what is it not clicking in your head?
Man.
Stubbornness.
You know what I'm saying? You see it all the fucking time, though.
They got a
It's
chip
like,
on their
grow
shoulder.
the fuck
I'm gonna
up.
tell you like this, right? And I don't like speaking on this subject. It ain't nothing bad, but like you got some parents out here that, cause my mama ain't play that shit with me. Like that bond ain't work with me where you can lounge around, you can eat whatever you want, scratch your ass, you ain't gotta do shit. You can lay on my couch.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
My mama ain't playing that. If you ain't trying to help yourself, outside is where the fuck you going. So you got some of these parents that have kids
Enable.
and that's able to take care of themselves, and they so comfortable because they got the type of, and not saying that you're a bad mom, because a parent gonna do what they supposed to do for their kid, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a line you got to draw when they're a certain age. You feel what I'm saying? And you got to draw a line to let them be old enough to grow and try to take care of themselves and have responsibilities and learn how to have responsibilities. And you taking care of holding their hand at 22, 23
Well,
years old.
I'm under the impression.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I'm under the impression that you're supposed to. Now, I'm not gonna say supposed. I'm gonna say you should allow a person to be home and make all the mistakes at home, because long as they willing to go out there and try shit, let them fail home. That way, when they do go to get their own house, car, and all that, they pretty much got
but
all
what
the
happened
failing
if
out
like
of the way.
what happened if you got the type of kids like, and I'm just speaking because I see a lot of that shit. in the area I'm at. But what happens if you got the type of kids that's comfortable with mama doing this, mama doing
But
that?
that's when
mama-
you change
listen,
your way of
listen,
teaching.
Listen,
I'm about to say, yeah, because one way didn't work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's when you change your way of teaching.
But you got some parents that's just
they can tend,
feel
they,
like that's my kid. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for my kid.
they got to separate
Not knowing that
friendship.
it can hurt them in the long run. You're hurting your
Mhm.
kid in the long run because you're not teaching them any manners or responsibilities to fall to know what it feel like. All right, it's on me to get back up because they already knowing in their mind like I got mama that's gonna help me. So if I fall, they not even gonna take effort to put as much effort in the shit because they feel like they got somebody they can fall back on.
That's why I don't believe in the
You feel
one
what I'm saying?
statement. Like, granted, when it was being said to me, I never seen it as like the line that what other people say it as. Maybe I interpreted it different. When my mom always told me that I'm not one of your little friends, always seen it as one of those things where she's not one of my little friends. But your parent's supposed to be your best friend. And
Right.
the reason why I say that is because your friend, real friend, the person that's closest to you, it don't matter what the fuck, how cool y'all are, how nice y'all are. So when you fuck up,
Mhm.
they gonna call you out on that shit.
Right.
And if you don't have people like that around you, and especially as a parent, like if you don't have a parent that calls you out on your shit,
Mm-hmm.
you
I
gonna
think it
continue
should be-
doing it.
I think it should be best friend with boundaries because you have to know how to know when to be a friend. And
Hey,
when
we
to be a
gonna
parent.
stop that best friend shit.
We're gonna know, yeah, because you got to know when to
We
be
gonna
a
stop
friend
that
and when
best
to be a
friend shit because
parent.
at the end of the day, I'm your fucking
because
parent.
yeah, because a friend
You
will-
can make friends.
yeah, because if
But
a
I'm your
person-
parent because when you put that friend shit in there,
Yeah.
that's when it causes conflict.
It does because they're gonna feel
So,
like you should allow me.
You
do
go to
this 'cause you
school to make
understand
your
me.
friends.
Yeah.
You go to school to make your friends. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent.
Right.
See-
I birth you.
I always interpret it different because I guess
I'm under the impression that I don't give a fuck if a child likes me or not.
But I think parents use that friend as in having a strong bond with their kids. So they say friend. But that's
Yeah,
not.
the bond
I
is
don't think
cool.
some of them saying that's what it really is. Saying that's my friend. They just saying that we have a bond as a friend. We have a bond, a strong bond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, my wife a good ass mother. You know what I mean towards her kids. But I feel like one of her sons is lacking. Like he's not putting enough effort into wanting to better himself. I know he can do better than what he's doing, but he's not putting enough effort into it. But
that
her
come
being
from
the
a
parent that she's not her doing everything for him is not motivating him to be like, all right, you know what I mean? I gotta do this.
yeah, but that's
You know
what's
what I
one
mean?
of those things
So-
that got to be a balance. Because that's what I said. Because like I said, because even if like I said, a child will be a child. Like I said, some people grow up, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
When they completely reject the lessons, especially at a young age, once they completely reject it to the point where they reject the lessons, they reject you, it don't matter what the fuck you try to teach, it's over.
It's a wrap.
And let me ask you this: do you think like, because a lot of people be like, well, you older now, so you shouldn't be worrying about what your parents didn't do back in the past, and it shouldn't affect you now. You should have the knowledge to know now. Bullshit.
Okay,
If I didn't train a dog to shit outside, he's gonna shit in the house.
but the thing is,
You feel what I'm
The
saying?
thing is-
So I can't wait until that dog old enough to have the knowledge to know better as a normal dog. If I had taught him that, to judge him now and be like, all right,
But when
well, you should
people-
have the
when
knowledge
people-
now to know not to shit in the
I
house.
look at it
Nah,
like
it don't work that way.
when you have a 30, 50 years old type person that's still walking around with their head held down and be like, my mom ain't da 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 da,
Can't-
my dad ain't da
I
da da
see
da.
where you going with
I'm
that.
like, fam,
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
is that a point where if your parents still living, either you gonna call them and talk this out, or shut the fuck up and move on?
That's
fix
the
it.
big that's
All right.
the big thing
All right,
right
I see
there.
where you going
You gotta
with it.
fix
You get what
that
I'm saying?
shit.
Because I ain't gonna lie, because I used to be one of them people. Like, damn, my grandfather did this to me. I done went, man, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Now, what you gonna do now to fix yourself? All right,
Yeah.
we know what they mistakes is. You can't fix that shit.
But-
so just accept
And,
it what
and
it
you got to
is.
realize that you grew up just like they grew up.
Right.
So if you talk to them now
Right.
about some shit they did then, they probably would regret
I'm
it.
gonna tell you like this.
Anyways, you
I
get what I'm
can't judge my mama for my mom was a good ass fucking mama to raise 5 fucking kids. You feel what I'm saying? With my father not being there 100%. You feel what I'm saying? Raising 5 fucking kids, 3 girls, 2 boys, by her goddamn self. That's a strong woman. And not complain. Never heard my mom bash my dad one time in my whole motherfucking life. Like, oh, your daddy ain't shit. I ain't never heard no shit like that. My mom ain't never bashed my dad. And they cool to this day. You feel what I'm saying? Never been married, never been none of that shit. Got 5 kids together.
Some people need to be
Still
bashed.
like that.
I don't believe in bashing people, but some people need to be bashed.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
Yeah, when you got kids you know about and you have a opportunity to be in their life and you choose not
Maybe
to.
not.
Those
I put
are baby
this.
fathers
I
I
think the
don't
ones
respect.
that send broken promises and lie and stuff like that, they need to be bashed. Because they was hurting them anyways. It's time to be some honesty. Like, that nigga ain't shit.
Yeah,
But-
because you go now you just hurting the kid by trying to give him this false hope. That's to say, it all depends on everything is
The spiral
situational.
showing through?
Everything is situational.
Yeah.
Even like parenting, everything like that's another thing people gotta understand is you can't try to raise all your kids the same way.
It's impossible.
Is it, yeah, exactly.
Because if you try to do with one kid, like if you got one kid that's rambunctious and like to be in everything, you got one kid that don't really do shit, you have to try to raise them kids two completely different ways.
But what I try to get people to understand is parenting is one of them very difficult things because you're gonna try to have balance, and you got to also try to not show favoritism. You got to try to treat them all the same. Once you know, if you can be honest with it, they're not the same. One of them might be bad as fuck. One of them might be good. It is what it is. And sometimes you want to be like, I hate this little motherfucker, but you can't because it'll show like you like them more than the other. But sometimes you do. Just being honest. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's like, yo, you need to go somewhere and put you in the box of the Madagascar somewhere because you is off the fucking chain. But you can't do that in real life. But sometimes that's how you feel. I'm just being honest.
Because everybody got feelings. Parents, kids, everybody got feelings.
And that's a tricky thing. I just had
That's facts.
I just
though.
had I just
Because
had
even
a conversation
animals got
about
feelings.
that I don't care about. Now, I'm just being real.
That's a common bastard right there.
I just had a conversation, a long conversation.
That
Now,
nigga
I see it now about kids' feelings. I'm under the impression, I was under the impression that I don't give a flying fuck about a child's feelings. Now,
That's so strong. That's strong.
now I feel like I should care to a certain degree. The reason I say I don't is because if I tell you that you can or cannot do something, and I know the bigger picture of why,
Okay.
if it made you feel a certain way, I don't care.
All right,
I have to make this decision. You may not understand. You might dislike me for now, but I gotta do it. But now if you start being all and I change my mind for you, did I really parent or did you parent me? You get what I'm saying? Sometimes
think
I
you
feel
got
like
the
I don't
boot.
care.
Like I said, it's situational. You have to, like I said, it's one of those, like you said, parenting is one thing that there is no book on, and that's why I call bullshit on all these parenting children experts. You ain't met every fucking child.
Right.
You ain't met every parent.
Right.
You have not been involved that much. Like to say that you're this perfect parent, for what qualifications do you have?
So that go back to what I was saying. Do you think
Right.
the parents have a lot to do with how the child think and all that?
Up until a certain point, yeah. Because we kind of curve the what they think is right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? Because we put that shit in their mind. By the time they like up until like they 7 or some shit like that, yeah.
See,
we
I-
pretty
Even
much
down
did
to what
that.
they scared of. A lot of times, like
Yeah.
whatever you react to
Yeah.
in your ways, they watch.
That's a fact
They
because
watch.
Right.
my wife and them, these little bugs, scared of that spider. It could be a fucking butterfly. It doesn't matter. It scares the hell out of them. But I'm like, yo, do you know if you stop doing that and realize that it's just a bug, none of them that follow would do that. They only do it. They only scared because you do it. And now, just through association, they have did that. What the fuck is that?
And I ain't gonna lie, I used to think this shit was funny. Cause I used to chase mom around, but I used to catch the motherfucker chase mom around with the shit. That shit used to be hilarious cause that was the most athletic shit I ever seen in my
That's
life.
fucked up.
I'm talking about
He turned him out to a track
flight.
Oh, shit.
Coming that joint with a handful of daddy long legs. Look, mom.
God.
But yeah, we do. We kind of, you can fuck up in the kid's brain.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then once you do, put it like this. I don't believe no one, well, I'm not gonna say no one. There's some fucked up parents out there. Now, I mean, I done heard some horror stories. But at the same time, for the most part, I don't think people intentionally do things. I think they do things out of the kindness of their heart. And they think it's the right decision at the time. Now, you could fuck a child's head up through your supposed to be greatness of what you're trying to do. Now, once you realize that, just go back and try to make amends. But like I see it, if you know you did wrong as a parent, go back and say that to them. Now, give them time to accept it though, because once you say it to them, that don't mean it just poofed into thin air,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're just okay. Nah, give them their time. Know what I mean, because it's gonna take, just like it took you time to realize you did it. It's gonna take time for them to believe in you,
Mm-hmm.
type shit.
And things grow. Relationships grow. That's one of the things, like, when it comes to relationships, I try to, like, because I ain't got no children, not yet, but I got a few friends that got kids. I try to preach to them.
Man,
I
they got no
said,
kids. He over here talking about parenting.
"Show do." I help raise
God,
some. I help.
I don't think so.
You said
I
you
gave a
help,
little
you help you help raise a few.
Help give a little
God
nurturing.
damn, I ain't know
I don't
that.
think so.
Help
You say
give
you
a
don't
little
think so?
nurturing.
See, now I gotta listen to him now. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
think so. They, as like we were saying, as kids and stuff, they see doing things as helping raise. I look at it like you was just a kid in the house with them. You just happened to be the oldest, so you
Little
was doing
nurturing.
things that they couldn't do.
Because
so,
you had more
because
knowledge.
you had more, yeah, and you had more
knowledge.
responsibility.
Right.
So you wasn't helping and raising. You were just doing.
'Cause see, when I was growing up,
the
when,
most
when my mom went to work,
yeah.
my oldest sister, they fall and play. They fall
Yeah.
under the mother.
You
The
just so happen to
oldest
be the
fall up under
oldest,
that.
yeah.
And then they got to take over the household. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And they get to beat your ass, too. But see, my sister, I used to jug her like this. You
Oh,
gonna catch? You gotta catch me.
You gotta catch you good.
Man, I was a fast
I ain't
motherfucker.
gonna lie. The one after me, you couldn't do that too. She turned to World War III. She go Super Saiyan in that motherfucker on your ass. You tried to do
Man,
one little belt swing. She
Man, I had my
It's
sister.
over.
I had my sister whoop my ass, man. My sister Casserole, man. I had her whoop my ass with a box of honeycombs in my goddamn hand. When I say honeycombs was all over the floor, nigga, I ain't dropped that box.
He said, I lost a lot of
I
honeycomb.
ain't dropped that box. She put the works on my motherfucking ass.
That remind me of
bro.
that motherfucking story you told me about when your mom smacked the cookie out your hand.
I'm talking about the cookie.
Cool.
went
God, what kind of cookie
out my
was?
mouth, Oreo jump. And it looked like
Ooh.
that Jane went to the floor in slow motion.
You
I'm
seen
trying
it.
to be smart. I mean, I say something, go like this.
You seen it. That was- Hey, that's one of them quick joints, man.
She smacked
Oh,
the hell out of
man.
it. I seen that goddamn.
I know your mouth froze and posed like.
Yeah,
I
cousin
guess
on the
right.
bed looking at me. That's that bullshit.
That's the worst. We
God
get an ass
damn.
whooping in front of with everybody home. Like you at your grandma's house and all the cousins over there. You that one that get your ass whooped. That shit the worst.
That's
you-
funny to
and
us.
you
Cause look,
just- and you
you
just go in
come-
the room after that.
You
Nah,
come
growing up, we
downstairs,
used to choke each other.
everybody weak as a bitch. You know she let me be the one begging and crying. You know, mama. Oh, it's over.
You might as well take that ass.
It's over. We gonna roast your ass.
But even
Oh,
with
wow.
that, like let's just say like discipline, right? You had ways. Some people give that belt. Some people do the timeout thing. Some people do the talking to. I look at it like no matter what your choice is, your child is gonna feel a way about it. I hate when people say you can't do that. You're gonna mess up their brain. If you whip his ass, he's gonna be mad at you. If you sit there as a child and you chastise them by talking, he's gonna be mad at you. If you go stand him in the corner, he's gonna be mad at you. It does not matter. A kid is gonna be mad getting disciplined no matter how it is.
Anybody getting disciplined is gonna be mad. I'm about to say,
People gotta
motherfucker
just
can
mind
rob
their
the.
own goddamn business.
You can go
Yeah.
rob a store and get caught by the police, be mad in the motherfucker. Say, God damn it, I'm caught. You
Yeah.
know you did wrong, but
Yeah.
you caught. You grown to think that a kid ain't gonna be the same way is
Right.
asinine.
Some people just need to mind their goddamn business
yeah,
and stop saying you can't parent like this. You can shut the fuck up.
that's
Right.
the
It's
fucking
mine.
problem. That's the
Right.
problem. You trying to tell people how to
Because
parent.
I believe everybody at this table got their ass whooped with
Everybody.
some type of object. Whether it was a fucking toy
a
truck,
little bit of everything.
a
little bit of
car
everything.
track, it was something. You know what I mean?
The stick behind the door.
Oh yeah, that thick.
Damn,
that motherfucker hurt. Cool. Go, pat. That's what that joint sound like. Pat. That bitch don't even crack either.
No,
cuz.
I ain't never
Cool.
get this.
Go.
I got a broom before.
I thought I was gonna get away.
Nigga,
I
that
failed.
shit hurt.
Yeah, but
That motherfucker brum hurt.
Extension
I
cord.
think every object hurt
That's
depending on how
that
frustrated
nightstick.
they are.
I think that brum that nightstick. That's that old nightstick back in the jail. That's one of them ones that handle
Because
that
the
man.
goddamn
Cool.
depend
Go.
on how pissed off that parent is, any object hurts.
But just look at it at the end of the
Fly
day.
I don't care
Tear
nobody
your
say
ass up.
the switch is the worst. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Nigga, man, my dad, young, used to make us go pick our motherfucking switch.
Yep.
Then he will braid this shit together. He would pull all the bark off it so it dry up and braid it together. Nigga, that joint was this long.
You remember
he
them
had to
giant-
give up, he had to
You
give up
remember
to
them
touch you. That
motherfucking
motherfucker reach over and touch you like
gigantic
that.
ass heaters or oven, whatever the fuck they used to call them bitches in them old
furnace.
ass houses.
Oh yeah, the
big
furnace,
bitches.
yeah,
Yeah.
the big
Back.
ass joint.
My grandma used to sit all the switches up there, let them get hot and dry the fuck out.
Ooh. Ooh, y'all had that southern ass.
Yeah, right.
Cool. God, she was roasting them motherfuckers. I'ma hard knees up. This gonna be for your ass tonight. And you know when you pull that bark off, it's already wet, and that heat hit it, just harden that motherfucker up, boy. Cool.
And then you hear that motherfucking sound through
Oh,
the
yeah.
motherfucking air. That shit.
Now, and they,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
say it fucks people up, but you see people that's successful with what they say success is, they got their ass whipped.
Look at Michael Jackson.
How bad did it really hurt?
He got his ass whooped, every last one of them.
Yeah, you
The
can beat
whole
me into a
Jackson
billion.
5 got their ass whooped.
Beat that man into $1 billion, I'll take that whipping all day long.
Most definitely.
$1 billion? Man, you can turn me into motherfucking the roof.
But 9 times out of 10, it's
Pleasure.
just a punishment. You know there's a consequence for that action now.
It's the difference between abuse
Yeah.
and discipline.
It's
That's the
it's
thing.
you been we all been beat at this table, young, and I'm telling you, and now
as soon as your
in the
mom
day
come
age,
upstairs
they'll
with
look at
dinner,
it like
that
it's
shit
it's
done.
like it's child abuse. But at the end of the day, you talking to men right here that had that same treatment, and we respect our
I never
parents
looked
to
at
this
my
day.
parents and
We
thought
learned.
I had child abuse.
I didn't look at my mom bad them for beating my asses. I know I did something wrong.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I used to say
knew I
Mom
was
do
wrong.
some them crazy in the mud,
See,
though.
know what I mean?
and
I ain't gonna lie. It was sometimes hard to take. It was funny sometimes. That was my problem. I was entertained sometimes.
You ever try to discipline a motherfucker that's smiling at you?
Just like today, for instance.
This motherfucker,
Shit.
this motherfucker smiling. I'm talking about I can punch him in his goddamn chest. Don't even matter. This nigga looking you dead in your mother with the motherfucking smile. What you smiling at?
God
It's
damn.
because this man, like, he would try to motherfucking discipline you, cuz. And talking the exact way he do any other time. So you like, I don't know whether to laugh at this shit or not. Like, you supposed to react.
He just
Motherfucker
like-
say,
Wake up.
Like that shit don't hurt.
Said I'm mad here.
Do it again. Do it again. That's not hit me right here. Hit me right here.
I'm mad now. This nigga smiling. No, that's permanent. You
God
don't go
damn.
nowhere. You be in school. Then you
Man, I
get
ain't gonna
come-
lie. That first, when I felt that motherfucker, it wasn't no laughing in that.
No, the worst
And it's
the worst
silent
beats
after
for a
that.
child though is the ones we need to get rid of is them out of the showers. Joe.
yeah,
My mama, ooh, cuz.
Fresh
Ooh,
wet.
that was the worst. Go get in the shower. You already know you did something wrong. Why she ain't beat me before I get in the... Oh, I know what time
Yeah.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Then she
no.
come in there sitting right on the toilet waiting for you.
Wait, no, you ain't got to get out of the shower.
Look, my mom used to sit right on the
I ain't
toilet.
gonna lie.
Man.
I got one hand on balls trying to block everything else the other because that I just ain't got time for that one time that swing land and smack that joint. I ain't
Hey,
never.
soon you step that first leg out, wrap that towel around. Oh, it's a wrap after that. It's over. It's over. I've been there, man. I ain't gonna lie, but that shit taught me fucking yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, I
Shit,
was
Georgia
right
still
from
got
all-
the
It taught
paddle.
me a lot
That
of fucking
shit is
shit. It
obsolete
taught me a
right now.
lot of shit. It definitely did.
That shit is obsolete. You don't really hear the yes ma'ams and the no.
Nope.
Now we didn't.
Nope.
I'm gonna be honest. We didn't say yes ma'am, but it was yes and no. Like it wasn't. You didn't have to throw the ma'am after that.
See where I was
But
from, that yes, that no wasn't
You
cutting.
you just couldn't
You feel
say.
what I'm saying?
You
It
couldn't do
wasn't
shit like
cutting.
huh.
None
what,
of that. That
all
wasn't even
But that-
cutting
they-
it. That
that's-
was
that's the
worse
shit
than
that's out
that.
now,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
That-
You got a pass for that, but you still got corrected for saying that.
Yeah, it was no Hans and
It was a
whats and
yes,
all that.
ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir.
You
That's how
damn
I
sure
came
can't
up.
go in nobody's house and speak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You can't
Oh yeah.
you can't go to your grandma's house and just walk past some
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
It don't matter who's sitting in that motherfucker.
So when it comes to the say we getting rid of the wrong stereotypes,
Yeah, like
I
shit.
think we just
like,
creating worse ones.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We getting rid of the wrong shit because, like you said, all the stuff we talked about, the stuff where, like, you know, hey, you can't go in your grandma's house, don't speak to nobody. Like, we see those kind of things as, oh, why I gotta speak to somebody I don't know, but it's just common
it's
manners,
respect.
Common courtesy,
common
yeah.
manners
See,
and common respect.
We gotta keep that going.
And that's why you see, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people my generation just can't talk to people. Like
They
it's-
have no manners.
no, not even that. They can't talk to people. Like you don't know how many grown motherfuckers you will hand the cell phone and say, order you some food, and they look at you like,
Nah, you
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. You do it.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you
like-
fucking grown.
you
like
right,
order
you
your
right.
fucking food.
But
like
I'm not gonna lie. I was like that in the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? But that was only because I never did it before in the beginning. You feel what I'm saying?
See, I'm
but
a
it was never.
talkative motherfucker.
It was never nothing like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's easy. I know. I ain't gonna lie. Like last year, right when I was in that program, when I used to go through shit, I used to keep my shit to myself. You feel what I'm saying? Even when we had that talk before I went to jail, whatever. Like I kept a lot of shit to myself. But last year taught me to open up more and talk about a lot of shit. Because when you keep a lot of shit sheltered
You're
in,
hurting yourself.
you're hurting your goddamn self. That's why
wanna
they say it's
believe
never. It's good to spend time to yourself sometimes because you owe yourself that, but not to do it all the time.
Yeah, people
because it's
be
not
like-
healthy.
They take
You feel
this
what I'm
thing,
saying?
they be like, I don't want to burden anyone. They always say that.
And I be
don't
feeling
wanna
like that
burden
sometimes,
anyone.
I'm not gonna lie.
You'll be surprised who you talk to that can help you out of your
Exactly.
situation.
Yep.
Like, man, come over here. You good? Just come
Yeah.
over here. We talk. Yeah, I
What
be
up,
feeling
what
like
up?
that sometimes.
Now, I ain't gonna lie.
Still to this day.
It don't really become a burden to me until you say it too many times. You ain't really doing nothing to change it.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Yeah, that I see where you're going with that.
now that's true.
That
But when you mix it into what the topic was about the parenting and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
you can't. Well, you can, depending on how you parent. But I don't think you can stop because you're gonna.
Yeah.
Because you know
As a parent.
that they're gonna fuck up. Now, I mean, you kind of plan for it sometimes. You don't hope they do, but you know they're young. So
No, I mean,
they're gonna come to you and say the same shit again. I know I'm gonna get it right. Da da da. Yeah, they got it, but they'll be back. You get what I'm saying? you know that. So when do you stop?
see, I wasn't talking about parenting at the time. But if we go on to that topic, I say,
You mean like homeboy type shit?
yeah, I was just saying, in general. But if we go on the parenting thing, it is one of those things where you can't stop and you can't enable. It's like everything is a fine line and balance, really. And it's hard to find that fine line and balance because the fine line and, like you said, fine line and balance in one kid is not the fine line and balance in
I think that's the only way to stop as a parent is to enable. You shouldn't stop because you're gonna want them to do it. You're either gonna do it for them
or you're gonna
or you're gonna
Let
keep
them
trying
fail.
keep trying to help them and while they're in through their failure. Because I don't see too many people just giving up totally on their child. Like
that's
don't
a
come to me
hard
for
one.
shit. Now I mean, there's some people out there
unless
Sure.
you just didn't have a bond or relationship with
at
your
all.
kids at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I say after a while, when they had the people out there that's like considered like dad beat dads, after a while, if they haven't been around for the past 10, 12 years type shit, I no longer consider them a deadbeat dad.
They're not a dad at
They're
all.
not a dad. They don't even know their child to be there to be.
They're
especially if you got the baby mamas that reach out knowing
Yeah.
you ain't shit,
Yeah, like
giving you opportunity to be a part of your kid's life, and you still don't step in.
yeah.
That you ain't shit.
I look at my circumstance
Because I can't say because you got some deadbeat fathers out here that's being called deadbeat that got the type of parents that try to cause havoc and put up this wall so that it's harder for the father to try to be involved in their
Matter of
child
fact,
life, and they still get called deadbeats.
Let's go to a quick break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about deadbeats because I got something that I just popped in my head. We're gonna go get into this new junk, Lonely Me and Bang though.
Yes, sir.
I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely. I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely. Mama told me, Tony, keep your head high. Blowing on this side, got a head high. Thinking about my past, gotta get my mind right. Yeah, I'm stressing, and when I pass, I hope I see the light. Much love to my brother, my little brother, we ain't beefing. No love for these niggas, they spread lies, they be geeking. I stay by my lonely, gotta survive, I ain't tweaking. Gave a bitch my heart, she left it broken, left it leaking. Now I'm traveling down this road. I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely. I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely.
Dogger road, trapped up in this box, even got a blindfold. My seat is now a tree, man, the way the time go. I'm trying to break the chains, well, I guess I'm Django. Got me like, whoa.
I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely.
Yeah, what a year. 3 kings, 1 queen, all gone this year. Be a man, no tears, that's what they say. For real. Just a pain, suppress a pain, so I'ma let this shit explode on this page. For real, now my health starting to fail. Even losing my hair. Every morning another dread up in the bed. Damn, I'ma still call you, pull up, pretend to be lit. My best smile, practice my industry shit. For real. Doggeroo, trapped up in this box, even got a blindfold. My seat is now a tree, man, do where the time go. I'm trying to break the chains, well, I guess I'm Django. Got me like, whoa.
I done felt this pain before. I done seen some things before. It got me so lonely, got me so lonely.
Welcome back to another episode of King's Table. As always, your man J City,
King Smoke, bang bang.
bang in the building. We was talking about. Fuck, we was talking about.
Fat bitches giving head.
No, we was not. No,
He threw me off with that one because I don't remember even bringing that conversation up.
No, the fuck, we was not, man. What the
What fat
hell?
bitch?
Before we went to break,
All
I
of
said
them.
I was going to talk about
They sucking like they need it. Every last one of them.
Gator mouth.
what's the hell wrong with y'all, man?
Oh, I remember you now. They used to call you jawbone.
They can suck the den out of the, no, they can suck a fucking pothole out the street, goddammit.
Damn.
Something wrong. Something wrong with y'all.
He said, oh,
All right,
oh, strong.
fuck it. Y'all want to talk about? Do you believe that there's a person for some, like, you seen some ugly motherfuckers out there? There's somebody for them.
Yeah, most definitely.
Everywhere.
Look, let me tell you something.
I believe people are gonna die lonely sometimes.
No, I
Yeah.
don't believe that.
It's not.
got
It's
some-
not that far.
yeah, some are.
No,
Some do.
and the guarantee is personality alone.
Yeah.
Cause don't get me wrong, I didn't seen in my opinion, the most booger wolf looking bitches in the world get married.
Booger Wolf.
Booger wolf,
Yeah,
fucking
because
Quasimodo.
personality does play a part.
Especially
This man said a booger
after, because you gotta think some people don't get married damn near to they 40.
Yeah,
Most
facts.
people
yeah,
people
facts.
ain't gonna get married.
40,
Yes,
50.
and some don't.
Yeah, some don't.
You got some that's in relationships, been in a relationship for 20, 25 years, and they've never been
They
married.
married.
Shit.
Yeah,
Tina,
legally
what?
married.
Tina Turner's new dude, he was like 23? Shit. Just wait. Your motherfucking partner ain't even born yet.
That's just true.
Because she was
That's
straight
just
plotting on it.
fucking
She was
right.
straight
Wow,
plotting.
man.
I don't know what's up with older folks. They just can't find nobody. They just want to fuck. I guess they get to a point they just want to fuck. Because you can't tell me you love them. Y'all talk about shit.
Because I feel like there's a lot of older folks, as they grow old and they face change and hair change, they kind of lose confidence in themselves.
I don't see too many black women growing old
You know
and
what I'm
ugly.
saying? Man, we don't crack.
Yeah, I see
You
beautiful
know what I
older.
mean? Unless we on drugs or something.
Not to be
and it's tearing
racial,
us
but white
down,
people
but
are pretty much the ones that get old and get like vampire-ish in the face.
like at least 35.
No, look, fuck that. Because they don't look fucked up when they get old, but they just like
Bullshit.
no, I'm not talking about them.
Not
when they
all
start
of them.
melting.
No,
I'm
no.
I'm talking about
We
like
not
I was
gonna
talking
go
about,
there.
I was talking about like Asians. They just
Not all
don't.
of
They
them,
just
though.
don't have a middle age period. It's like Asians go from young to just old. They don't have that middle. And I've never seen like just a middle age.
So you say they jump from babies to straight 90?
yeah, it's just straight.
Cool, God
just straight.
almighty.
They go from goddamn.
and they all just get that same look. So wait a minute, talking about so you like they do get that same look. You look at them like I just seen them in the other store. But
Oh,
real
shit.
So you'll think like this is kind of fucked up, but like black women seem to age gracefully.
Yeah,
I
they
seen
do.
a lot of white women aging
Like milk.
like milk.
Damn.
I'm talking about this
That's
shit
a
starting to
termination
sag.
to use right there.
It is for real.
This nigga said
look-
like milk.
They spoiled. I mean, you know.
fuck me up with that
Damn.
one. I had to think about it.
Oh,
Oh my God, look at them teeth, bruh.
where he found
She
his
got them
picture at,
Texas
cuz?
Chainsaw Massacre teeth. I bet you she can
chilling.
bite through a metal vault.
No, the problem is she grown as hell with baby teeth still. That's what the,
Yeah.
the problem is.
But she got them joints from Lord of the Ring. Smeagol,
She do.
The
Yeah.
Smeagol teeth. How did they curve off like that? It look like they filed them bitches like that, man.
Damn.
She got that motherfucker gingivitis.
Right. You can tell she drink Starbucks every morning. You can tell by the coloration.
She
Look at
drink
that. That's straight.
motor oil.
Woo!
God damn it. She like a chainsaw mouth.
We going in on this lady. We don't even know who the fuck this lady is. Now,
God damn, cuz I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight.
but that's how they be aging though. Maybe not.
Not
in the
all
teeth.
of 'em.
Not
But
in the teeth. I'm gonna be honest, man. I haven't seen too many older white women that was like beautiful.
I have. I love me some old
Me
jazz.
too.
What was it? Was it?
I have seen
was
some
it,
beautiful
was
white
it,
women.
Okay, was it the makeup
No.
Or was it when they took that mask
No,
off? Just
they-
because
no,
of
they
looking
still
good?
was
for their
looking
age.
good.
Good for their age.
Okay, I give you that because Betty White.
Yeah,
She was
Yeah,
still
looking
pretty.
good for their
Oh
age.
my
She was still
God.
pretty. She was still pretty.
You got a crush on Betty White?
show do.
Oh my gosh.
What is
bro.
up with you?
I don't
the
know.
fuck-
I like Betty White.
This
Y'all
what I
got a
want-
fucking problem?
This is what I want to know.
God
What the fuck
damn.
turns you on about Betty White?
I don't know.
Like,
She
it's
That man
nothing
need
that
prayer.
she got that can make me be like, damn, I'm a
she
jump.
could take out her teeth and go bake a hell of a souffle.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know
I'll
the
take
league.
some of that souffle though.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Something
But
wrong
I'll
Martha
definitely
Stewart.
take that
What was the
souffle.
other one? What was the one that said nigga? The cook.
Martha Stewart probably.
Not
did.
Martha Stewart.
Nah,
the
it wasn't
other one.
Oh,
Martha.
Paula.
Paula Dean.
That's who- that's
oh
that's
my
who it
God.
was. That's who it
Paula
was.
Dean
That's who it
and
was.
what's her
Yeah,
name?
Paula Dean,
Dolly
that-
Patton. I stroked the fuck
Hey,
out
Dollar
of them
Patton
old
look good for
goddamn.
age.
I'm not fucking with y'all.
Y'all sleep on.
But
Dollar
on some
Patton.
real shit. But for the most part, they do start look like gremlins though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, it's just that they age quicker. That's all.
I believe
Nah, I
the
mean-
sun.
But
And
it's the sun.
And you got
the-
some
the-
cougars.
I believe the sun.
some white women that look good. Man, I'm telling
It's
you
the
for their
sun.
age.
It's the
It's
sun.
just
And
about
it's about to
saying
say,
like a
think
vampire.
their-
It's
their-
60
their
years
skin-
old looking
their
like they in
skin
their early
won't
40s.
made to stay under the sun that long.
And
60
ours
years
is-
old looking like they in their early 40s, man. I done seen it.
We'll be in the sun and it strengthens our skin, and you see that melanin pop.
Hey, well, this
And they'll be in the sun
see
and
this-
it makes
I'm
them
a- I would hate to have to say it like this, but that is our sun. It feeds our skin. So, of course, we're going to shine
they
like
start
light.
to look like.
You notice in the summertime we glow?
I would
Without
rather
putting
I would,
lotion
I
on,
would
without
rather
putting
grow
oil or
old
grease
with
on, we
the-
shine.
I ain't gonna lie,
automatic.
because I hate the wintertime. That
I would
shit
rather
be
grow
having my
with a
skin
white.
Yeah,
all
me
I
fucked
mean,
up.
with a
too.
black woman. I would rather grow with a black woman than a white woman. I would.
Unless I ain't gonna lie, if she look like Betty White, I go with a blue chew
Man,
and
this
all.
man still talking Betty White.
Man,
There's some got a fetish over here.
Hey,
I
man.
love me some Betty.
Betty White. You sound like my brother now. Because my brother was
What's too
talking
old
this shit
for you?
last night, talking about he like older women.
What's
There's
too
nothing
old?
wrong with older. It's nothing too old for me as your heart. Now I do have a look and a boundary when it comes to looks. You can't look like you 60 years old. You can't look like you're 70 years old.
But that's what the fuck she
all
is.
I'ma say
Yeah, that's
is
what you are. But I'm
that pussy been marinating since 1930.
been in that crock pot, huh? Since 1932.
Look, just slow
I know-
cooking.
fall
It's
right
ready.
off the bone. cuz.
Exactly.
The bone
that
is
shit
dissolved in the juice.
It's just all right.
God damn.
Damn.
He said a bone is dissolved in the juice.
I
That's
could-
tender.
I'm gonna be honest. The reason I couldn't do too old because I know I wouldn't be genuine. I'm gonna just be honest with myself. I wouldn't be genuine. If I get a lady that's 80 years old, I ain't with you because I like you.
I'm not.
with you because you
I'm
about
not
to
gonna
die.
lie. I have a thing with older women. Like, it's nothing wrong with older women. Because I'd rather have somebody that's mature. Because that's what turned me on about my wife. She was a little older than me.
Nope. I want to be able
feel
to
what I'm
say
saying?
that I knocked the hip out of place. See,
Yeah, there
straight
you
out
have
of
it.
motherfucking place.
There you have it. Now sit your ass down. You ain't doing no. You ain't sweeping nothing
There you
today. I did that.
Hey, there go
I
my
did
baby
that.
right there, looking all fine like
Hey,
that.
hey, and she got that red lipstick on for you.
Exactly.
cuz. Look at
The
that
hell
right there.
wrong with y'all?
God rest her soul, man.
I took the queen too.
What about Martha Stewart? hold on. The queen or what?
English.
Yeah, cuz.
Man, that thing right there, I can't do it. Ain't enough liquor on the shelf for me to go like that.
Come on, man.
Now, what about
Queen,
Martha
her-
Stewart? If you
her
gonna go there, what
skin-
about Martha
Her
Stewart?
skin
I
look
thought
like
the
a
shit out of
fruit.
Martha.
Because little Martha Stewart a little younger than Betty White, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
That nigga said a little younger.
Matter of fact,
Damn, he
what's
aged the
that
shit out of
one
Martha.
black lady that always play everybody mama in the movies? In
I
every
know exactly what you're
movie,
talking about.
I know
every
exactly
movie,
Had-
she be like,
has she
"Child."
acted with Medea?
Yes.
Did anything
Yeah, I
with
know what you're
Medea?
talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about. She was like the
Jennifer Lewis.
Let's
she
bring her
like
up
the,
there.
she
Let
like
me
the
get my
mother of
girl
a lot
up
of
there.
black films and
Yeah.
stuff.
Bring
So I
her
think
up
I know
there
you
because I
talking
like
about.
her fine ass
I
too.
think I know you talking about.
Something wrong with y'all.
Man,
Watch
there's
her.
nothing wrong with older women, man.
Shit, her ass cook a hell of a
Okay,
plate.
that's why I say what is too old. Because
I don't have a
like I
too
said,
old.
like I said, I couldn't be with the 80-year-old.
That come in the house from a hard day of work and she cook you a whole dinner and you are good. Man,
Somebody got a phone call. Do we got a phone call?
do we got a
Is that
phone
us?
call? Who coming through?
There's
Anonymous.
somebody calling this
Hey,
number
somebody
here?
calling anonymous. But you better come correct.
Let's see what they talking about. Let's see what they talking about.
Yo, yo,
Yo,
yo.
welcome to the King's Table. Who this? Did you hang up?
They were little
Hey,
nervous.
call back if you want to call back. Say what you want. Just come correct.
But yeah, bring up my old Jay. I like her too.
So you think you can seriously be in with the old person to be genuine?
Yep.
I couldn't, because I'm not gonna sit here and lie to them. If you're 80 years old, I'm not with you because I love you. I'm with you because you're about to die. I know I ain't got to be with you
You
long.
so common.
No, it wasn't her.
No, not
That was
her.
not
Okay, I know her too.
That's Jennifer Lewis. That's
Okay.
I know who you talking about. I know exactly who you talking about. I don't know her name though. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Her voice, I just know her voice immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was.
I know exactly what you're talking
So you
about.
say she played in a lot of Tyler Perry films.
Yeah, she got that. What's that real churchy voice? She was the mama on Lottery Ticket.
Was she heavy set?
You seen Lottery Ticket?
Because the one.
Yep.
What was the one actress that just passed away? She had cancer. She did a lot of films with She even did the stage plays before Tyler Perry.
Is she the shoulder shaking one?
She's a short one that used to smoke weed all the time. She played in a lot. Played in a lot
Hattie?
of. No, I gotta think of her name. Damn.
I don't be knowing.
She
about
was
these
good
celebrities.
friends with Madea in a lot of movies that she played in. She was a heavy set dark skin lady.
Wait a minute, she died?
Bam.
She passed away from cancer. Y'all didn't know that?
No, she
Google
didn't.
it. Yes, she
Hell
did.
no.
Yes,
See,
she did.
The people in the room saying
Is
hell
that
no.
fake? That's a fake lie. See, that's what
Man,
I hate
you
about
up here
social media. I'm not lying about nothing.
Hold on. Cause let me.
You need to talk to.
Hey.
Up here just
I'ma
pushing
need
out
you.
this- pushing out this false
You about to
information.
say this the second time. First you go talk about motherfucking
Hey,
George
somebody-
Washington
look.
freezing the slaves.
They calling back.
Hey, but
Who
nah,
that?
I did see that. You know what I mean? I did see that shit. So I don't know.
See what they got going on, man. Who this trying to get in?
Hey, call in.
Who trying to get in on the session?
Make sure we can get him in here.
Hey, they got the
But while they waiting on
Got
that,
the
I don't know what
elevator,
the hell that
goddamn.
noise is.
the elevator music.
Fuck is that? Trying to get this call in for the end of this show. But I don't know what the hell we got.
Say
going on
keep
this show.
calling.
We got a whole email.
It's the first call we'd have had. You know what I mean? Since yeah. So whoever calling in, you making history right now. You be the first caller.
Oh, we got it's a number this time.
Let's get that. Can we get that off the screen though? Get my man's up in here.
I just had to check it real quick, make sure it wasn't the wifey calling. Oh Lord! Like, all right.
They going in.
Hey,
But
call
anyways,
back if
man,
you can.
Anyway,
Feel free to call back.
We about to wrap up this show, man. Whoever that was, call in. Y'all might want to travel. All right.
Oh, yo,
Welcome
what's
to the
up?
King Stable. Who this is? Check it out with your boys.
Yo, it's Nalo, man.
Oh, what's
Oh.
good with you?
Oh, what's
What's
good?
up, man?
Oh, it's Boots.
Yeah.
What was it that you was trying to chime in on?
Hey, look, man. I love the show, but y'all some fools, man.
Definitely them boys up
Betty
here talking
White,
about
bro.
fucking Betty White.
So you telling me
Betty
you
White,
wouldn't
bro.
stroke Betty?
Hell yeah, no.
Eh.
What the fuck?
Man, you sleeping. Look, Betty will probably give you that prime time Gok 3000. She ain't got
He
no
said it, Gok,
teeth.
Yo, hey, her joint expired. She gone, bro.
You said expired? Oh,
He
it,
said she
Yeah.
go, and he up here just.
This man said the
talking.
gok.
He talking
Come
cold
on,
cash
bruh.
about somebody grandma out here that's dead.
Yeah, man. Old
stroke
Betty
somebody.
White.
You know what?
She got that old
It's,
prune
it's,
juice.
it's an
And the
honor.
quick- you heard him. He was about to say stroke somebody grandma. He caught us up. I seen it, man.
Look, to be honest, I would.
So what is your?
At least you being honest.
What is your age of too old for you to date, Nalo?
Too old.
Too old.
To be honest, I'm kind of where Bang at with that joint, man. Like,
No such thing. It's too old.
Nah, it's not. It's just your.
nah.
I'm telling you,
more
got
so
some
about
women that
who the
looks-
person is. You know what I'm saying?
Can we
Like,
get that off the screen while he on the phone?
No.
Right, because you got some women that's in their 60s that don't look 60. They look 40. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Like,
So you
like,
can't
hey,
judge.
bro,
There's
on
no age
everything.
limit to it. It's your
Angela
looks
Bassett, bro,
based
I'm
off
in.
how you take care of yourself, how healthy you are.
I believe y'all niggas is dead wrong out here trying to get these grandmas and y'all know they about to die tomorrow. Y'all just trying to live in this
Oh,
Angela
shit.
no, no,
Bassett,
no,
bro.
no.
See, no.
Forget all that. Forget all that. Look.
Angela
They
Bassett,
ain't
though,
got
bro.
that shit dusted off in a while. So I'm just trying to dust it off for
I'm
them.
not talking about Angela Bassett. To me, is not old. Y'all said Betty White. That's
I
old.
didn't say
Yes.
Betty
You said
White. I'm
Angela Bassett
looking at
not
the
old.
Angela
No.
That's
Bassett
just like
stuff,
blowing
man.
dust off an old PlayStation, man. Stop playing,
Angela
bro.
Bassett's ass shit.
Yeah, I'm running all
Yeah,
through
I-
the civil rights. How about that?
Okay, so
How about that?
You going for Harriet Tubman, right? You gonna give
All
Harriet
of
Tubman
them.
too, right? God damn,
this
bro.
man said he going for all civil rights.
He ain't playing.
What's good, Boot, up in the building?
Getting hit in the back of
So-
the bus and all.
So you said there's no limit on age.
Nah. I mean, I wouldn't go past, just because where I'm at, I wouldn't go past 45. That's
Because of
round
the
about my
age.
range, like to the max. And it depends, like,
That's what I said,
what
should be
she
a
got.
cap.
But see, I could change your mind right now because I could show you a 60-year-old woman right now that look like she in her 40s, and I guarantee your age limit gonna change. You gonna shoot up.
No, I'm not saying it can't be sexy and
Yeah.
beautiful. I'm not saying that. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, we're
You talking about being in a relationship
being in a
with her?
relationship. her expectations
Oh, I
are
thought
going to
you
be
talking
way up
about
here
marriage,
because
bro.
where she want to be in life, she want to be there now. I feel like I still have room to grow to get there.
Okay, I see
You
where
get
you're
what I'm saying?
going. I see
Now,
where
if
you're
I
going.
can't provide
Yeah,
your
okay.
now, then what the fuck am I here for?
let me explain something to you. Going with somebody, you know, up there in age, you know, somebody like say if I did engage somebody's grandma.
If I
You
date
know-
somebody grandma is for a check, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, no, I'm not even. I ain't gonna do it for
She's
check.
about
I
to
be
die.
with
She's
her.
about to die. Like, what the fuck?
No comment.
That's the thing, you know. Just it's just one of those just short, go up, explode like firework. It's over.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sid,
but-
you got to think too. Smoke young, so every woman is older for him right
Right.
No, he won't bet. He's the Betty
Right.
White one. He wants Betty
Yeah,
White.
this-
I want to jump a whole 50 years in the future.
He the youngest motherfucker at the table, and he wanted the oldest one.
Yep.
But yeah, let me. We have to end this.
Fucking antique.
Appreciate you for calling in, man, because we about to have to wrap up
No
the show
doubt,
though. Call in next week 4 to 6. Everybody that want to get a chime in. I see Boot up in the building.
Yes, sir.
Antoine, Mo Lady. Appreciate y'all for chilling in. And we gonna go ahead and wrap. Matter of fact, you got something to say real quick for the word to the community?
Word to the community.
Couple minutes.
So I just say, I'm gonna say my usual thing, spread love. When it comes to your partners, love them. Make sure you always show them love. Go home, hug your kids. Make sure play the game with their ass. Some shit, make sure they all you know about them. Don't show love. That's all I want them to spread. And make sure if you see little old lady her, and she ain't got nobody. It's been a while. Go ahead and dust her off one time. Just give her a little
This man
something.
right here,
This is
man.
word to the goddamn community.
Just
This
go
is the
ahead.
word to community.
Find your
This is his
old
word to
lady and
community.
give her what she
And
wants.
give her what
Look,
she wants.
But the
If-
crazy thing is, she might want that.
Exactly. All these
Yeah.
Karens walking around, they just want some
And
dick.
then he keeps showing Betty White.
And that'll
old
change
ass.
their mind too.
Guarantee you give a Karen some dick, I guarantee they won't be a Karen no more. They're gonna change your name to Michelle and be happy as hell.
How about you, babe? What's
Hey,
your
with
word?
the little sways right here, try to do the hair with the curl. Hey, but
what's
at-
your word to the community?
my word to
I'm not fucking with
the
y'all.
my word to community, man. Spread love, not hate.
Knew that was coming.
And you know what I mean? If you see that woman that's putting groceries in her car, man, and she's doing it by herself, man, get your lazy ass out the fucking car because you was raised better than that. And help that woman put them groceries in the car. It doesn't matter the race, the skin, the color, none of that fucking shit. That don't mean a fucking thing.
I
we
respect
ain't
that.
going by that. You see anybody older than you, respect your elders, youngins. 15, 16 years old, respect your elders, because that's how I was brought up. Because you come at me wrong, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. So respect your elders, man, and just like I said, spread love, not hate, man.
I respect that one, but just be careful. Nowadays, things have changed. You go to help people.
Ask
And
before you approach.
there
Just
you
like,
go.
do you need help?
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Politeness.
That's
Practice
it's
your
something that
manners.
simple. It's something
Practice
just
your
that simple.
manners. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's just like you say when you say y'all wasn't taught with manners. Learn that shit because yes, ma'am, no, ma'am is very important. It can get you a long way.
I'm a piggyback off of yours about the loving and the relationship thing. I'm gonna say this week, if you're in a relationship, whether it's marriage or just boyfriend and girlfriend type thing, pick 2 days out the week. You do whatever their favorite thing is to do that you hate doing, and one day they do something that you like to do that they hate doing. Enjoy to learn each other. and
Just
be
gave me an
comfortable
idea.
in-
I'ma try that
in-
with
in-
my
in
wife.
that thing. I mean, because there's some things that I'm like,
try
she be like,
that.
you want to do this? I'm like,
Yeah.
but I know
I do
she
that.
like to
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, hey, you gotta do that shit sometimes. So,
Yeah.
know what I mean? Anyways, appreciate y'all for pulling up to the King's table.
Farrakhan
As
for
always-
president.
It's always your man, J City.
King Smoke
Yes,
as
sir.
always.
Bang, though.
Bang, bang, bang. Hey, go check out that Lonely on all platforms. You already know what it is.
Go ahead and get that Lonely on every platform because that's where it's at. Matter of fact, bring that back.
Yeah,
in,
run that
man.
shit back.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up.
They said number one.
Betty.
Betty.
Fucking Betty White.
I'd have felt this pain before. I'd have seen some things before. It got me so lonely. It got me so lonely. I'd have felt this pain before. before. I done seen some things before. It got me so lonely, it got me so lonely. Mama told me, Tony, keep your head high. Blowing on this eye, got a head high. Thinking about my past, gotta get my mind right. Yeah, I'm stressing, and when I pass, I hope I see the light. Much love to my brother, my little brother, we ain't beefing. No love for these niggas, they spread lies, they be geeking. I stay by my lonely, gotta survive, I ain't tweaking. Gave a bitch my heart, she left it broken, left it leaking. Now I'm traveling down this road. I done felt this pain before. I done seen some things before. It got me so lonely, it got me so